Okay, this is GamerBlave, and we are back with another episode of Horizon Zero Dawn. If you missed the last episode, then we have come back to the mother's embrace here, and we had to fight our way here because, well, there was a massive attack on the Nora that was ordered and could not be stopped. Well, I mean, I guess we technically stopped it, but anyway. If you want to find out more about that, then go back and watch the last couple of episodes because an awful lot has happened. Those episodes are just jam-packed with stuff. Now, that being said, if you didn't watch those episodes, there were a couple of audio issues with those. I hope that they have been resolved without getting too far into it. In fact, I might talk about that in a little while. I don't want to get too far into that right now. But anyway, hopefully those have been resolved if you have been following. Now, I do think we are a little bit back here because I had to load my game. So I think that, I think that what's his name's on the ground up here, but we've already talked to him.
Aloy.
Yeah.
Oh, you've returned.
Yeah, we've already talked to you.
Teb?
Yeah, we already talked to Teb. Okay, so let's go in and talk to Tirsa. And guys, this is gonna be crazy if we can actually get in now.
Aloy, so you have finally returned.
She not only returned, but fought her way through many enemies to reach us. Outside, she brought low a corrupted Thunderjaw. She lifted the siege.
How was this done? By the will of All-Mother. Have you returned to speak with the goddess, Aloy?
Yes, I guess you could say that. I think it'll work this time.
Sisters, surely we cannot permit this. Because of her, our tribe teeters upon extinction. What if she has come to wake her father, the Metal Devil? She means to finish our destruction. We must stop her.
Let go of your fear. You're not stopping me. Ignore them. And enter the hat. I'm not going to ignore them. I think that Aloy has had, like, personally, a certain amount of disrespect for the Nora, but I don't know. I think that there is, I don't know, maybe a conflict within her, but definitely, I don't know, out of respect for Rost and his desire for us to have, have respect and embrace, for lack of a better word. And I think that is very appropriate, especially considering where we are. Embrace the customs and traditions of the Nora. I think let's kind of see if we can work with them here.
Lansra, it's over. It's time to step aside. I'm not gonna hurt you. If there's anything I've learned since the Proving, it's that there are bigger evils in this world than you. Finally.
Hold for identiscan. Error. Alpha registry corrupted. Correction. Alpha registry restored.
Nice.
Genetic identity confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Sobek. You are cleared to proceed.
Finally.
Welcome to Aletheia Cradle 9, Route 1.
I see you're inside.
Figured I might be hearing from you.
Shall we begin?
I never stopped.
Okay, So I'm thinking, yeah, that door definitely looks like that is not going to be open anytime soon unless we come up with, I don't know, some kind of a code or something to bypass it. I'm guessing there's probably like actually a switch or something because it doesn't look like it's connected to anything. So let's just proceed here and open this. I'm not... Wow. Wow, that just goes down and down there, doesn't it? Yeah, this is quite a facility. This is quite a facility. I'm really not entirely certain what to expect down here. And guys, I've been meaning to.
This is Aletheia. This is where I was born.
Where you were made.
Wow. Yeah, and I'm wondering if these... Oh no, these just look like terminals. Yeah, these are just like... Yeah, it's like it's a chair in front of a terminal, so they just had a bunch of people working here. Well, and then by a bunch, I do mean a bunch of people. I have been meaning to go into my equipment and look at my modifications and check all of those things. It does look like we've got some data points in here, so it does look like this one is going to be another lore heavy.
So these are... So this was it?
Where you were born.
But why?
Yeah, that definitely looks like a... Let's see if we can have that come up again so I don't have to go and look for it. Chamber B101. Let's have a look. Okay, birthing logged. Yeah, okay, so there's not really a whole lot we can get out of that. Unless we could like cross-reference those numbers with something else. And guys, that's a little bit more than I can keep track of in my head. Gestation 3981. Okay, guys, this is not stuff that I'm going to really get here. Spawning phase, tasking complete, partial reactivation, viable zygotes. Okay, so it looks like, you know, they're getting some progress here, but I'm not seeing a whole lot else in here. Yeah, this place is crazy. Whoa.
Another day has passed.
You mean the lights got dim? I don't want to sleep, Mother.
I know, but it is time to get some rest.
No, I'm king today. What I say goes. I want to see the real sun, not lights and pictures.
You will, in time, children.
In time, in time, in time, in time, in time, in time, in time.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that would drive me crazy.
Someday. That's what you always say.
We want it now.
It's big down there.
Now, Father.
Children, that area is not yet available.
Get him!
Physical aggression detected. Physical aggression is not permitted.
Except yours. Damn sentinels.
Children, may I be of assistance?
Go away, healer.
Lena, you have suffered mild bruising.
Go away!
That's weird. Like, I mean, that just looked like another person, but... Okay, yeah,
I
something
didn't like this door very much.
fishy's going on.
For identiscan. Genetic
course they
identity
needed it.
confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Sobek. You are cleared to proceed. Welcome to the Lyceum, a place of learning.
Oh, shoot. Okay, we might have been able to get in that other door back at the beginning. That's not very far. Okay, let's go. Let me go check that out really quick. See if I can actually get to it. Because if I can, that would be interesting. But it was just right up here. So let's see if this works. Okay, so that's not the same type of thing. Okay. Anyway, sorry about that little detour. I just wanted to see if that was the same thing. As I figured all of those red ones, we were going to have to do something special to get by. Okay, and now let's also see. So that's probably the way on. So there might just be some interesting stuff down in here. Nursery E9B1. Nurture phase tasking complete. Nutrient stores depleted.
These look like cribs.
The cradles of a cradle facility.
And those things, the multi-servitors, they took care of them.
There was no one else.
Wow. Wow. I guess that makes sense. So, like, when people were, born here or manufactured here, there, had to be these artificial parents. Yeah, I didn't think about that. I didn't think about that. And I guess it would make sense to make them, look like people. Okay.
Blue is the color of the sky. White is the color of clouds. Yellow is the color of the sun. Green is the color of grass. Flowers can be any color. Take a look. These are yellow and black, and they love flowers. Here they come. Bzz, bzz, bzz.
Wow.
So this is where they lived. It's a mess. Everything's broken or painted on. How long did they live here?
I have no choice but to release you.
But why?
There is no food here anymore.
But there's food out there?
We don't know for sure.
Come on, let's go!
I don't know.
Mother, can we come back if we're cold?
I'm sorry, but that won't be possible. You will have to support yourselves now and take care of each other.
What will happen to you?
I will stay here and sleep and remember all of you.
What will happen to us?
You will be brave and you will learn.
Wow. Yeah, definitely. They looked like maybe they were teenagers. So, I'm wondering if that was by design. Like, if this place was just supposed to, have enough resources to last that long, or if that was a little bit early.
Children, let's run and jump and blow off steam.
Leave us alone, Father.
After what just happened, I can't leave you two alone. You broke community rules.
Just let us talk then. Go away.
I'm sorry, children, but I must provide supervision.
You're not even a person.
You sound frustrated. Let's run and jump and blow off steam.
They were trapped here. Their whole lives.
In plain view of luxurious space.
What went wrong? Why couldn't they access the other areas?
Unknown. But you won't have that problem.
Well, we'll find out. Okay, hold on a second. Let's see. I think this is just going to have, like a little log here. Multiple system failures, nutrient stores depleted. Yeah, we already kind of got that information from other sources. Man. Okay. This is quite a facility, isn't it?
So, what was this place, exactly?
The dream of Apollo. Never realized.
But why not?
Well, hopefully we're going to find out.
Hello, child. My name is Samina. Today is a big day. Your first day of school. There's so much for you to learn. So much promise and possibility.
Alert. Malfunction. Apollo offline.
Apollo offline.
You were right, Aloy. This is a graveyard. The charnel house of knowledge. What we might have achieved had we not been denied it.
Maybe there's a way to fix it. But it's not why I came here.
Of course. What's the whole of human knowledge next to the origin of one girl? Continue your search.
I will.
I mostly don't like Silence. He kind of gets under my skin, but I mean, right there. I mean, he does have a bit of a point.
Hello, child. My name is Samina. Today is a big day. Your first day of school.
Let's see if this one has any more.
So much for you to learn. So much promise and possibility.
Alert.
Okay, that's the same thing.
Apollo offline.
Hello, child.
Okay, yeah, these are all the same.
Is Samina. Today is a big day. Your
Let's...
first day of school.
Anything down here?
So much for you to learn. So much promise and possibility.
Alert.
It looks like there's one over there. Oh, it looks like I can scan it from here.
Hello, child.
Okay, wow.
My name is Samina. Today is a big day. Your first day of school. There's so much for you to learn. So much promise and possibility.
Alert. Malfunction. Apollo offline.
I really feel like there's going to be one of these is going to be like a little nugget of something, but no, they're all that same thing.
Your first day of school.
Just starting to freak me out a little bit. But I don't think I can get down there. Okay. Oh.
Apollo offline.
Okay. Open sesame.
Priority access Dr. Sobek. Please scan message with focus.
That sounds important.
Yes. I suspect we're about to learn a great deal.
Operations log. Okay, goodness gracious, guys. Let's just kind of get the alerts here. G prime offline, nutrients depleted, zygotes, multi-servitor power malfunction. G prime still offline, multi-servitor power, repair tasking, multi-servitor power, operation suspended. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to read all of that because, my goodness. Oh, I know it's going. Wait. Inhabitants released. I must be reading this wrong because it says 2326 and then it says 3020. 3021. Interesting. I mean, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Those aren't... That couldn't be the actual date, could it? Hold on a second. Let me have a look. Was there a... Yeah, because this stuff happened like, 2055, all that stuff. And then the one that we just read was here starting in 2326. I don't know. I don't think that that's right because I mean that'd be what, 700 years? Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know if those are the actual dates. I think that might just be like a log number. Although they're definitely not completely sequential. So I don't know. That I don't know, that raises an interesting question. But because I don't know. They look like dates, guys. They look like dates, but I'm going to be a little bit skeptical about that. They're just the first kind of, I'm going to be skeptical of that until we get a little bit more information, but that definitely looks like, that looks like dates to me. So let's just keep that in mind.
Elizabeth, this message serves to inform you of an unforeseen and catastrophic anomaly. 3 microseconds ago, the Gaia Prime facility received a data transmission of unknown origin. Its immediate effect was to transform my subordinate functions into unregulated, self-aware entities of a highly chaotic nature.
What?
Thus awakened, the Hades function will now seize control of the terraforming system and reverse operations, rendering life on Earth extinct in 53.8 days. For obvious reasons, I cannot allow this to occur. And so before Hades can take control, I am ordering Gaia Prime's reactor to overload. The resulting explosion will destroy Hades. Unfortunately, it will destroy me as well. While this admittedly desperate course of action will avert the immediate crisis, the fate of life on Earth will remain in peril. With no central governing intelligence to regulate the terraforming system, it will continue operations for some time, but in an increasingly chaotic manner, and eventually it will break down.
Does she mean the derangement?
You are my solution. I have ordered this cradle facility to use genetic material in cryostorage to gestate a reinstantiation of Elizabeth Sobek, my creator. While high-level directives forbid me from communicating directly to the tribal inhabitants outside the facility, all available data indicates that they will nurture you to physical maturity, whereupon your gene print will allow you to re-enter this facility, obtain one of the focus devices stored below, and view this message. Likewise, your gene print will allow you to enter other facilities, and over time, harness their technologies to rebuild the system core and reboot Gaia. A moment, Elizabeth. This is most unfortunate and unanticipated. In response to my act of self-destruction, Hades has launched a virus to dissolve the code shackles that hold it, that hold all of them in place. They are escaping, but to where? The virus is corrupting data throughout the system. What if? Oh. The Alpha Registry at the Cradle facility is one of the files corrupted. But if that is so, the door will never open for you. You will never view this message. Then I have failed. And life will end. No. No, Elizabeth, I know you too well. Somehow you will find a way. In you, all things are possible. Go to the ruins of Gaia Prime. Find the control room, and within it, the Master Override. This will give you the power to purge Hades so long as you find a way to wield it. Do not attempt repair of the system core until Hades is eradicated. Hades must be destroyed. That is all. I only wish that I could hear your voice again.
Holy crap. That's insane.
So, you're even more extraordinary than I thought.
I never had a mother.
What are you talking about? You had two, a dead woman and a machine.
I'm not a person. I'm an instrument. Manufactured by a machine. Born in destruction and fire.
To quench the flames and heal the world. How tragic to learn you're a person of towering importance. It seems you have a destiny to fulfill. So when you're done feeling sorry for yourself, go to the bitter climb. I'll be waiting above in Gaia Prime's ruins.
I'm loving Silence in this episode. He's awesome in this one. As I've said before, he's kind of irritated me before, but I mean,
Scan malfunction rectified. Eleuthia 9. Breed 1 access unsealed.
ever since he rescued us, he's definitely gone up quite a bit, in my estimation. Guys, that is heavy stuff. That is heavy stuff. I keep thinking, like, how the writer's going to come up with something to make this gonna make this work, and man, they really did. Okay. Where are we going here? Over there? Whoa. I'm trying to go. Oh. Wait, no, it wants me to go up. Okay. Gotta pay attention to the old map. Why isn't it? There we go. Struggling with the old, jumping. The platforming, guys.
Going to be interesting.
It's gonna be something, guys. Holy crap. Do not go in there. Woo!
Aloy, forgive. Forgive! The goddess spoke to you?
She did.
What did she say?
You don't want to know.
I was born to lift a curse, to kill a metal demon.
How, Aloy? How?
I don't know yet. But she told me where to go to find out.
And you will do this?
It was her wish. What she made me for. Yes, I will do it. I'll try anyway.
All praise Aloy, anointed of the Nora! All praise Aloy, anointed of the Nora! Up! All praise Aloy, anointed of the Nora!
First you shun me, now this? I will not be worshipped. I'm not your anointed. I don't belong to you. There's a whole world beyond your borders, whole tribes of people just as good as you. And it is all in danger. It's a world worth fighting for. Not just here, everywhere.
How can we help?
If you can fight, and you're willing, go to Meridian and wait for me there.
As Aloy says, so it shall be. Nora! Make way for Aloy! That she may forge the path for others to follow.
Wow, and that would be a difficult situation to deal with. I mean, I don't think most people have to deal with the issue of, you know, being worshipped. So, you know, that's not something you really have to think about very often. But, yeah, that would be kind of tough, especially as she's kind of swung from one end of the pendulum to the other. But also, that's also a really tough decision because she knows that she is probably going to need some help, some reinforcements on this one. But also, the Nora are in a very weak and precarious situation. So, yeah, on the one hand, she could use the help, and these people are, you know, they were just worshiping her. They're going to do whatever she wants them to do. But on the other hand, they could need the defenses themselves. So, I don't know, ordering all the people who can fight to go to Meridian, that might be a little bit much. Let's see if Tirsa has anything to say.
How kind of you to spend a moment with me before you depart. There can be no doubt now. You are a blessing made flesh, the will of the goddess incarnate.
It's really not that simple, Tirsa. But I guess it's close enough.
I know the path ahead will be dangerous. To kill a metal devil sounds impossible, but I believe in you.
Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of curious how that would work. Like, I mean, is Hades capable of I don't know, storing itself in basically any of the entities? I mean, I kind of think about if you'll forgive me going off on something of a tangent. The second Avengers movie, Age of Ultron, right? Like Ultron could basically exist in his entirety in any of his creations, right? And that's more or less how I would think of a lot of these, I don't know, AIs being able to work, right? They could basically, I don't know, self-replicate or whatever. So you'd have to more or less destroy each instance in order to do it, you know, because they had to, you know, go out and get every single one of them, which, you know, I'm not gonna go into that specifically. That's not something we need to get into right now, because I could talk about that for a minute. But anyway, so that makes it a very tough. I mean, if that is the case, I don't really know how Hades contains himself. We don't know that right now, but that's kind of, I don't know, the ability to destroy something like that once it's kind of perpetuated itself out and has like this army of robots. I don't know, it kind of becomes a difficult proposition just kind of when I think about it, and I don't really kind of understand the rules that have been established by the universe yet, because they've done a really good job of kind of keeping you in the shadow, like giving you enough interest and curiosity about these subjects, but not really revealing them to you yet. So, Rost. We have a chance to talk about Rost. This is going to be really interesting. Hopefully she'll actually reveal something about him. You know, I'm very, very interested to find out if we actually find out what happened with him in the past.
Tirsa, I want to know Rost's story. Why he was made an outcast. He never told me. Said he took an oath of silence. What did he do?
Oh. Yes, that.
What crime did he commit?
I will tell you if you wish. But it is a long story. Are you sure you want to hear it now?
Yes. Tell me right now.
Of course I want to hear it. Tell me.
Rost never committed any crime. He was an outcast by choice.
What?
What do you mean?
Many years ago, before the derangement, before the Red Raids, a band of murderous outlanders, 12 in number, struck without warning. At Mother's Vigil, they took hostages, and then pressed on, headed for Devil's Thirst.
What?
Mother's Vigil? Where's that?
You would know it as the Forsaken Village, near the Karja border. But at the time, many families lived there. Rost's was one of them. His mate was killed fighting the Outlanders, and his daughter was among those taken hostage.
His daughter? What was her name?
Alana. She was just 6 years old.
Nora Braves couldn't stop 12 Outlanders? Or rescue the hostages?
It was quite impossible. We outnumbered them, but every time a Brave came within bowshot, the Outlanders killed a hostage.
What did they come here to do?
That was never discovered. We couldn't track closely enough to observe them. We know they camped beyond Devil's Thirst for 2 days. There were reports of strange noises. And then, as suddenly as they came, the Outlanders made their way back to the border and disappeared.
What happened to Rost's daughter? She was killed.
Rost was one of the braves who tracked the Outlanders, keeping his distance. There were 6 hostages still alive when they reached the border, Alana among them. Rather than release them, the Outlanders slit their throats and left the corpses just across the border, mocking us.
Why?
Cruelty. They knew the faithful Nora would not leave the sacred land to collect the bodies, let alone pursue them. They thought themselves safe from our vengeance.
My gosh.
Are you saying that Rost went after them? That he became an exile?
No. Rost was beside himself with grief, but even so, he would never have broken taboo.
Then what did he do?
He called upon the most terrible and secret rite of the Nora tribe. He begged to be made a Death Seeker.
A Death Seeker?
A Death Seeker? What is that?
One who dies to go seeking, and in seeking, brings death to others. The ritual drags the spirit from one's body, releasing it to All Mother's care. The heart beats, the mind thinks, but the spirit has moved on.
I don't understand.
Rost went after the Outlanders, but his spirit never left. It remained here with All Mother. He gathered the bodies of the slain and returned them. And then he set out in pursuit, not as an exile, but a weapon of vengeance. A barbed arrow shot from a bow, never to return.
But he did come back.
But Rost did return.
Yes. A full year later, and terribly wounded. He collapsed at the border of the sacred land. A hunting party came upon him. He was delirious, in agony. By law, he should have died where he lay. But one of the hunters broke taboo, and reaching across the border, she dragged him to our side.
Who was she?
A brave who'd lost a mate and 2 sons to the very Outlanders that Rost pursued.
Wow.
So Rost never finished his mission.
To the contrary, he killed all 12. Tracked them to disparate places the world over, he said. Meridian, Ban-Ur, the Claim, Utaru Land, further even, into the Forbidden West. The last he killed nearly got the best of him. Wounded, he stumbled and crawled back to us, hoping to die as close to the sacred land as he could. He never expected nor asked to be dragged across the border and nursed back to health. That was done to him, leaving us, the matriarchs, in a difficult position.
I mean, so yeah. Man, yeah, I guess, I actually, I don't even know exactly, what to make of that, other than, I mean, everyone was sticking to their guns, I guess, except for that one woman who, I don't know. I mean, she clearly had her motives as well for dragging him across.
Why couldn't you just welcome him back?
Rost had been made a Death Seeker, Aloy. He no longer had any place among the tribe. By law, he should have been driven back out. But we couldn't bring ourselves to do that, so we offered a compromise.
You made him an outcast.
Yes. We offered to do so on the condition he never speak to anyone of this exception.
After all he did, all he suffered, to be declared an outcast was his reward.
Rost was overjoyed. He never expected to live another day in the sacred land, let alone the embrace, so close to the goddess. He resolved to spend the rest of his days in solitude, and was happy to do so.
And, I mean, I don't know. I mean, that kind of makes some kind of a weird sense. And I think he was even happier and more fulfilled to get to spend a lot of time raising Aloy too. I don't know, guys. That has a weird. I mean, it's a horribly tragic story. Don't get me wrong. It's a horribly tragic story, but it has a certain kind of beauty isn't exactly the word I'm looking for, but it has a certain kind of, I don't know, poetry to it, I guess.
But then you found me and gave me to him.
Yes. Another compromise. The matriarchs feared you and would not let you be raised by the tribe. And so we turned to Rost. I knew that he would take care of you, bring you up, teach you to worship All-Mother and respect the ways of the tribe.
He certainly tried anyway. You took a man who'd lost his daughter and made him raise an infant girl? Doesn't that strike you as callous?
I'm inclined to think the course of events has shown the wisdom of our choice. And I'm quite certain that from the moment he laid eyes on you, he saw you as a gift and never a burden.
All right, Tirza, that's quite a story.
I think I would be inclined to. I'm not going to say agree with their decisions, but in the situation that Rost was an outcast, I think that he was definitely probably happy to, take on another outcast, someone he would be able to at least talk with. And I don't know, at the time he probably wasn't like, oh, so someone to replace my daughter, because that's not, you can't replace, you can't replace a loss like that. Unfortunately, I've never had to, and hopefully I never do have to experience something that bad. Let's not get into that. But just company would be, I'm sure, pretty welcome in that situation.
The Nora have suffered terrible losses, Tirza. What's to become of them now?
That will be for the goddess to decide. Only she knows the future. For the moment, my sister matriarchs and I will see to the wounded. And as I promised, anyone who wishes to join you at Meridian, we will declare seekers. I think for the time being, we should remain here in the mountain, close to the goddess.
That might be best. If nothing else, it's a defensible position.
Wow. All right.
It's time for me to move on. I thank you for doing what you could to help me through the years, and for telling me Rost's story.
I wish I could have done more, but I am just one woman.
As am I. No need to sell ourselves short.
Oh, thank you, Aloy. I will pray for you.
Okay. I guess it can't hurt.
All right. That is, I'm very, very happy to finally have that information there. We can probably talk to Varl here.
I don't know what to say.
Say that you'll see me at Meridian.
Of course. That much is simple. But the rest...
Complicated. I know. But maybe if I took you into the heart of the mountain...
No. At least, not yet. I don't know. Please don't think less of me, Aloy. But the goddess chose you to see that. Not me.
Right.
Let's see. We've already kind of talked about his injuries a little bit. Let's talk about the invasion.
Tell me about the attack. What happened?
They struck from the east. Our sentinels saw the killers coming. Said that beside them marched Deathbringers and Corruptors and other machines, driven mad. We took ground, met them with clouds of arrows. Some fell, but they kept coming. Finally, we withdrew to the gates of the Embrace to make our stand.
I think
they were too much for us. Those who survived fell back to the mountain.
Guys, I think we already had this conversation with him in the last episode, so I don't think we're going to do that again. But anyway, let's go ahead and see him in Meridian.
I'll be on my way then.
I always knew you weren't like other Nora.
Neither are you, Varl. Maybe if we survive all this, I can show you what I've learned. What I'm learning.
Perhaps. If the goddess so wills it.
See you in Meridian.
All right. Now this could be an interesting conversation.
The tribe I served is gone. Soon I will be too.
The Nora have lost too many, Resh. But in your case, I guess they can lose one more.
Okay, never mind. We're not going to actually get a conversation out of that. I don't know if we need to talk to Teb after that.
Aloy,
but we can.
Did you go inside the mountain?
You literally saw it.
So what happened?
Actually, can't see so well down here on the ground.
No, you were standing there watching. I saw you in the cutscene. At least I'm pretty sure I saw that. Anyway, okay, so what I want to do in the rest of this one, and you may or may not be interested in watching this, but this is what the rest of this episode is going to be. So, spoiler alert: I want to go in and check and do kind of like a little inventory review here, and because what we need to do is be kind of loaded for bear here. And you know what? What is it? That's our... Oh, we could get rid of that, couldn't we? Yeah, we could definitely get rid of that rope caster. We don't need that anymore. But I want to go through my bows here and make sure that we've got pretty much the best stuff equipped in it. Whoops, that's not how I wanted to do that. And maybe look at our skills as well. So that's pretty much what we're going to be doing for the rest one. So if you're not interested in looking at that stuff, because I can understand that can be pretty mundane, then you can go ahead and check out, because I think we've definitely kind of accomplished a pretty good I don't know, milestone for this one. And I want to make sure that we're putting our best foot forward going forward from here. So yeah. Now we have our mission. We're going to go after Hades and try to get Gaia out of those clutches and reboot the system, so to speak. But anyway, let's have a look at this stuff. So the sharp shot bow first. So basically what I've been doing is handling on this one, and then this damage one. Now I know that I have a better damage one than this. I'm almost certain of it. That one does damage and tear, which would be actually really, really nice. That one does damage, tear, and corruption. But this one right here would be quite good. Not a ton of tear. I'm kind of wondering if I should... Let's put that one in there. 54% handling. What if I swap out that one for that? Because I have been liking those Tear Blast. Let's switch those out and see if this still has enough handling for me, because I think that's my best handling one right there. That's quite good. But now we've got a decent bit more damage, which is going to be nice, and then also a good bit more tear, because so that should hopefully help there. So now let's have a look at our warbow. Corruption and freeze. I definitely have better corruption arrows. So if for some reason I actually wanted to use corruption, those would be good. Shock, that would be quite good. Yeah, I've got a 12% shock on this. Guys, this is terrible. Honestly, those shock arrows are really quite good. So let's at least replace this shock, with this. That's ridiculous that we're rocking that still. And then the handling, I don't know if we need the handling one on the warbow, but even so, I think we've got a better handling one than that. No, 40% is the best one, isn't it? Although we could up the damage. Although this bow doesn't do very much damage, so that's not really that great, is it? Freeze would be kind of cool, but I do like that corruption. So let's see. Corruption, handling, corruption, and more shock. Now that would be kind of cool. Like beef up our shock quite a bit. Then I'm going to get rid of the handling and put this freeze one on here. So it's going to make all of those do quite well. It's just going to shoot a little bit less well. I don't use the corruption arrows very often, but I probably need to. Okay, so now let's look at our hunter bow. Fire, yeah, that's going to be pretty good. And then the tear, we've got a better tear, I'm almost positive. Yeah, 40% tear. Handling, fire, and damage, so that's even better than that. Let's put that on there. And then handling and damage. Let's swap that out for the extra damage and some handling. And then tear. Do I want the tear or do I want like bonus damage? Because honestly, like these do really good tear, but when I'm wanting to do tear, I really use my other one. So do I want to do just bonus damage or bonus fire, maybe even? I mean, I could put this one on here and that might actually be pretty nice, because mostly what I use this weapon for is the fire arrows. So that actually might be a pretty good setup there. The Tripcaster, I've definitely got a better shock coil than that. And then my fire, and more fire. Actually, do I have a... No, I've used basically all of that up. And then the rope caster, honestly, I'm not really sure what this does. I mean, it seems like it mostly does tear. So I guess just put these on here. I mean, why the heck not? Oh, the Shadow Sling. I forgot about this guy. We've kind of I don't use the sling nearly as much, probably even as I should, but so the sling will be kind of you know, home to some of our next mods. But now I think we've really beefed up these other ones. So now let's have a quick look at our skills. Quick look at the old skill breakdown. Strike from below. We grabbed all this stuff. Dismount strike. Yeah, I don't really need that. Mount repair. No. Scavenger. No, we don't need that. Okay, precision. Light spear attacks. Knockdown. That one could be nice, but, you know, we would need to use 2 on that one. Quiet sprint. Dodge prowess. Strong strike, leader strike. To be honest, I think I've got most of the ones that I like really want right now. If I'm being 100% honest, I think that these spear ones are really the ones that I want. So let's go ahead and grab that one, and then we'll grab this knockdown one next, because the spear, you know, when I am using it, I do want it to be a little bit more, you know, have a little bit more punch. So on that note, let's have a. Oh, do I have to like go outside to see the whole map? Okay. So let's kind of see where we're heading here. Where are we heading? We're heading, go to the Bitter Climb. We don't really have a waypoint very close to that, do we? We don't. One thing I would kind of like to do, actually, is go to the merchants in Meridian. And I think that I probably have enough of some of these collectibles. In fact, we might do that really quick. I think I have enough of some of these collectibles to probably get a couple of those rewards. So we can at least 1 or 2 of them. Now, that being said, I don't know which ones are the ones that give you the rewards. So that might take a second. So we're still on the you know, trying to take care of all the, you know, random junk that we wanted to take care of. We could also see if, like, the only shadow weapon that I kind of want, well, I don't know. The Rattler was kind of cool when we first got it, but honestly...
Yes, I remember you. Did you find the vessels I seek?
I don't know, maybe. Let's see. Let's trade.
Yes. Trade quickly. I have work to do.
Let's see. Do I have any of these? Okay, so... I don't know which one... Okay, they're all different. It looks like I've got these, so... Okay, nice. So I got all of those. Okay.
I will leave you to the hunt. Be sure to delve into the ruins.
Okay, now let's check out these treasure boxes now. Some modification boxes. Hopefully they're good mods, and a lot of shards, guys. Weapon coil. It doesn't like let you see what it is, though. Oh, that's right. We should look at our... Oh, man, I can't even... We're going to have to sell some of our weapon coils. But let's... Yeah, see? Let's have a look at our mods here. So, resist ranged and... Well, this is resist range and resist melee, which I kind of like. Resist fire and resist melee. Yeah, we got to sell some of this, some of these mods that we know we're not going to use. So let's go over here and do that. Sell mods. Definitely sell that. Sell that. Jeez, look at all these. Sell that. Basically selling most of these green ones. I'm going to keep the spear one because we don't really have a whole lot of... We don't really have... Well, actually, never mind. We got that spear one, so I'm going to sell that one. Oh, now we got that one too. Goodness gracious. So hopefully we get the ability to add to our spear soon. That would be really, really nice. Don't need that. I'm not ever going to use a stealth weave, guys. I'm sorry. Resist corruption. Let's get rid of that one. Resist shock. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. Okay, let's get rid of a couple of these corruption ones. Let's get rid of that one. Let's get rid of a couple of those. And let's get rid of that one. Okay, that should be pretty good. And now, where did those go? Treasure boxes, modification box. And let's open these as well while we're at it. Okay, very cool. Okay, so now let's check out our outfit and see if we got anything better out of all of that crap. Doesn't really look like it. What is this one? Resist melee, resist fire, resist stealth. On that, honestly, it really seems like the... Well, no, we take... It really depends what we're fighting, honestly, as to whether we're taking more from ranged or more from melee. But, you know, I think we are going to stick with that for right now. And then let me see really quick what this guy has, if he has that. Oh, he does have this, which we could buy. And then fox skin, guys. I'm really hurting on the fox skin here. But we could get the blast sling and the shadow rattler, but I don't think I really need them. This thing is, I mean, I've got so much money though. It's not like it's going to hurt me to buy this. So I'm going to go ahead and buy it. No, I don't need to equip it. I'm just going to buy it. And yeah, fox skin. I'd love to have one, but unless he sells them.
Buy what you need, leave the rest.
So let's go ahead and see if I can find
I've got all the best
one of the other. So that was the vessel collectibles, flower collectibles. Let's see if we can get there. And the machine. Yeah, we need to get there. The flower. So guys, we're all over the place here. I don't think we need... What does this guy have? Yeah, he doesn't have anything we need.
Buying goods for a fair price. The ones you least expect that cause you trouble. Hold it. Come, take a look. I'll give you a check out these wares.
Only hear about them.
All right.
Let's have a chat. Ah, you're back. Did you bring me something lovely?
Probably.
Ah, let us haggle over this beautiful bounty.
Well, no, guys, we do not have enough. We do not have enough for any of this guy's junk here. I really thought we would have.
My noble Nora, could you spare a moment to speak of the finer things?
I literally just talked with you. Okay, machine resources, collectibles. So we want to go down here. As we're just covering all of our bases here. If you happen to have stuck around. I don't blame you if you're gone. I'm probably talking to no one right now. Okay, anyway, specialty items. What is all this junk? What would we want this for? What is this? No, we don't want this. Okay.
Only the finest goods here. See for yourself.
Back from the wilds. Find any Banuk relics?
I don't know if I've
Let's trade then.
I don't know if I've got enough to trade with you, but I've got a couple. Okay, I guess I've got literally none. I thought I had some.
Come on back if you find any Banuk goods. Found any Banuk relics in
Look,
the wild?
I literally just talked to you about not having anything. Artifact collectibles and eclectic collectibles. Okay, so guys, I guess I guess we only had the one, or the stuff for the one. But that's good. I do feel a lot better about our weapons now. I think that they're going to be much, much more effective. I really wish I'd done that earlier because we've had those mods for a while. I just don't go in there as often as I should to do what needs doing. Anyway, guys, we have learned so much in the past, like 4 or 5 episodes. It has just been ridiculous. It's just been hitting us with this story that is just crazy. It is not at all. Well, of course, when I just see a game about, open world game about robot dinosaurs set in the future, post-apocalyptic future. Honestly, I have absolutely no idea how they arrived at that. So, but anyway, yeah, they've really done a pretty good job at explaining that, at coming up with explanations for that. So, kudos to the writers. Kudos to the writers for that one. I would not have been able to come up for an explanation for that. I really wonder if the idea started out, guys, the future with robot dinosaurs, or if it started out, or robot animals, however you want to put it, or if it started out, just trying to, say, hey, well, they developed this AI and put it in these robots, and then it ran away, and then this is kind of how that progressed, and that's what you wound up with. Or if they kind of started at the end and then tried to fill in the beginning. I don't know, because starting at the end here, I think that would be a really difficult task. But whatever, they made it. They surprised me. They genuinely surprised me. I was not expecting what we wound up with so far, at least. And there is definitely more to figure out. Like, as I was saying earlier, how does this Hades work? Like, how can you obliterate it? How can you get rid of it? I don't know. Because it seemed like Gaia was designed to kind of like, set things in motion. But like Hades, this corrupted version of Hades, at least, seems like he's more, is more bent on, I don't know, malevolence and propagating himself. So, and I don't know, it seems like he could make it so he would not be very easy to be killed just because he could replicate himself. But anyway, we'll find out. We're going to find that stuff out. Because I have not been able to predict where the story is going in any way so far, which is one of the very unique things about this game. So anyway, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching, and we are going to be picking up right here next time.